I'm Kayla Butter. I'm Kayla Butter. And I'm Kayla Butter. And I'm Kayla Butter. I'm here on Virginia Key, home of the University of Miami's Rosenstiel School for Marine, Atmospheric, and Earth Sciences, where record high tides have been seen all throughout the week. Virginia Key set a new record high today for the 5th day in a row, making it the 47th daily record of 2023. The tides here have never been this high this often ever before. Lauren and Chris, one student here at Miami Palmetto Senior High School in Pinecrest, has been confirmed for having measles. This is the first reported case in the state of Florida this year. Here at Patch of Heaven Sanctuary, getting your hands in the dirt is one way to practice nature-based mindfulness to reconnect human nature with Mother Nature. And in the process, we're also helping the environment just in time for Earth Month. I'm here at Ball and Chain in Little Havana to kick off the city's 3rd annual Salsa Fest weekend. I'm here at the University of Miami's Hillel Center, where the Caribbean Students Association is setting up for its 2nd annual Carnival Showcase. She posted a threat on social media about this building behind me. The post included a photo of the Cox Science Building with the caption, quote, "Taking the view 'cause I'm bombing it tomorrow." Here at Fort Lauderdale Beach, volunteers from all over are helping picking up trash right on this beach to make them a little bit cleaner than they were when they found them. In 2018, the pedestrian bridge that ran across 109th Avenue here behind me that connected FIU's campus with the town of Sweetwater collapsed, leaving 6 people dead. The mural was originally a civic engagement project by UM students in 2021 to teach their fellow peers about LGBTQ icons. The event doesn't start till 8 p.m., so you still have time to come on out and enjoy all of the night's festivities. The Council of International Students and Organizations is celebrating Middle Eastern and European Night right here on Lakeside Patio. Since TikTok became popular in 2018, social media influencing has been on the rise, a job that Gray Davis takes a different approach on. He teaches his followers how to forage, hunt, and grow their own food. Lauren and Chris, one student here at Miami Palmetto Senior High School in Pinecrest, has been confirmed for having measles. This is the first reported case in the state of Florida this year. The school has not released any identifying information about the student, including their name, age, or gender, but experts say that there is a 97% chance that the student did not get vaccinated for the measles, mumps, and rubella, or MMR vaccine. I spoke with concerned students and parents here at the school to hear their thoughts on the outbreak. The measles outbreak that started in Texas several weeks ago has now arrived in Florida. One high school student in Miami Palmetto Senior High School has become the first measles case in the state this year. Across at least 10 U.S. states, more than 160 cases of measles have been reported, and one child in Texas has died. Some parents of students at the affected school are concerned about the outbreak.
I just want to know what that means for my kid. Is she safe? What precautions are being taken?
But some students at the school do not seem as worried about what the outbreak could mean.
To be honest, too, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, it's one person, but I think it does spread quick. So I think it could be a big thing if not taken care of.
When a measles case is detected at a school, common public health recommendations are that students who are not vaccinated should stay home for up to 21 days, which is the period of time someone could get infected and spread the virus further. Symptoms for the measles start with a fever, cough, runny nose, and red and watery eyes, followed a few days later with a red rash that starts at the hairline and moves down to the rest of the body.
Really only the unvaccinated that are at risk.
Doctors across the country say that for those who are not yet vaccinated, getting the MMR immunization even a couple of days after being exposed to the virus could decrease the chance of being sick, and if anything, will limit the severity of symptoms if infected. The school is hosting a free MMR immunization drive over the next couple of days for unvaccinated students with parental consent. From Miami Palmetto Senior High School, Kayla Butter, UMTV. In Gray Davis's plant-covered yard in Boca Raton, greenery serves as a bigger purpose than just curb appeal. It's the source of much of his diet. Davis is a forager. He searches the wildlife of Florida for a majority of his meals. The 21-year-old has a rapidly growing TikTok following where he shows the world that all he needs is nature to nourish his body.
Get outside and see what you can find.
So growing up, my parents were both really into the outdoors. We'd go on trips down to the Keys and be out on the water all the time. And so I grew up around nature a lot, but I also had a passion for it.
But it wasn't until he bought his current home in the summer of 2022 that has a lawn full of edible plants that he learned how to grow plants himself.
My partner and I found this house, and he was telling me how he's going to get rid of the trees and we're going to have this beautiful grass lawn. And I started looking around and I noticed the different types of tropical fruit that are on these trees, and I couldn't do it.
After planting some of his own, Davis's yard is now home to more than 50 different varieties of edible plants. And while his yard is full of greens, Davis's social media fame can be attributed to his catching and eating of invasive species like iguanas.
Got him.
And Burmese pythons.
How does python taste?
But Davis says his main focus is making sure his fruit trees stay safe from predators.
Whenever there's a pest like these inchworms that get all over these trees, I'll simply just pluck them off the tree.
But it is not just his entertaining content that's attracted his more than 700,000 followers on TikTok.
I think people really get drawn to my page because it's authentic. It's what I've enjoyed doing my entire life, so you can't really fake what I do. There's a realness to it.
And he says he just hopes he can inspire others to live the same. Kayla Butter, UMTV. The city of Coral Gables has signed into an agreement with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, which allows trained officers to enforce certain federal immigration laws. The agreement is under the 287G program, which is a part of new immigration laws that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed in February to aid President Trump in his mass deportation efforts. The program requires several officers be trained to perform the duties of an ICE officer and serve on an immigration enforcement task force.
Well, if anything, it's going to be an extra layer of protection to our community, to our residents here.
But community advocates argue that local officers have no place in immigration enforcement.
Police officers become police officers to be police officers. If they wanted to be immigration enforcement officials, they would become immigration enforcement officials.
Those who oppose the agreement fear that programs like this will lead to racial profiling.
Are there going to be instances where someone's going to say, that person looks, Mexican or Central American or, whatever, like, let me ask for their immigration status? Yes. And in some cases, those people are going to be U.S. citizens, and in some cases, they are going to be detained.
But the Coral Gables Police Department says that the agreement will not change the way they police.
This memo of understanding that we have with ICE will in no part go against those who are victims of crimes, who are witnesses to crimes, who report a crime.
The new program does not mandate local police departments enter these agreements.
Are they legally required to turn their community police officers into a show me your papers patrol? No, they're not.
But despite that, all 67 counties in the state have entered the agreement, making Florida the only state with all counties cooperating. The Coral Gables City Commission Department denied to comment on the issue, but at a city commission meeting last week, Coral Gables Mayor Vince Lago backed the agreement, emphasizing that the agreement is focused only on individuals with criminal backgrounds. It's been 1 month since President Trump was sworn into office, and many people have taken to the streets to protest his policies. I agree, I love concerts, but you know what you definitely need for an outdoor concert?
Is it weather?
Good weather.
Weather. It's Valentine's Day tomorrow.
The country of Morocco is in mourning, but still searching for survivors of a devastating earthquake that struck over the weekend. Thank you, Ariel and Shay. Still to come, 100 years of excellence. We'll show you how the University of Miami is preparing to celebrate its centennial birthday. That and a whole lot more just ahead. Speaking of protests against Trump's executive orders on mass deportations, residents in the Florida city of Homestead protested back in early February. After 6 years, 2 NBA Finals appearances, and many iconic moments, the departure of star Jimmy Butler has left a hole in the hearts of many Heat fans.
Good evening and welcome to News Vision. I'm Gavin Bishow.
And I'm Kayla Butter. Thank you for joining us. The University of Miami community was startled by the news of a roof collapse outside the Mahoney Pearson Residential College on campus over the weekend. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is clearing up rumors of his wife, Casey, replacing him at the end of his term. Rumors arose earlier this week that Casey DeSantis was truly considering a campaign in 2026. But in a statement on Tuesday, Governor DeSantis confirmed that she is not seeking to run, adding that the rumors are flattering. A massive brush fire in southern Miami-Dade County has burned more than 22,000 acres with only 20% containment. It's the 22nd anniversary of the largest terrorist attack on the United States. President Biden is honoring victims of 9/11 with a multi-million-dollar memorial donation. Millions of Americans across the central and southern U.S. are under severe weather alerts as a major winter storm has brought peaking cold temperatures and snow over the past few days. Should it stay or should it go? That's the question U.S. lawmakers are considering after TikTok CEO Shou Chew testified before Congress on Thursday. Just 3 months into 2025, and the number of confirmed measles cases in the United States has surpassed the total number of cases in the country for all of last year. The Miami-Dade Commission is considering placing a potential incinerator in the city of Miramar. This is to replace the one that burned down in the city of Doral in 2023. But Miramar residents are not happy with the choice and voiced their concerns at a meeting this week.